years later, conflict started between France and Prussia. Now, if Ludwig had his choice, he would have just stayed out of it. He had no problem with France. He didn't believe in war, didn't want to send his people to fight in a war and possibly die in a war that really had nothing to do with him. But he knew he had to stand behind that treaty that he had with Prussia. The catch was, Prussia had to be attacked first. And so what they did was they changed the wording in a telegram that was intercepted by the French. This caused France to attack Prussia, which forced Bavaria to send its army to support Prussia, and then again Prussia won that war. So by this time, Prussia was a very powerful territory, and they wanted to finally unite Germany all as one country, of course with them being the rulers of it. But this is the last thing Ludwig wanted to happen. If this was to happen, he would lose all the little power he had left, and his dream of being this all-powerful king would be completely gone. So he decided he wanted to unite the southern states of Germany and stay separate from Prussia. And the other southern states, they got together and they're like, okay, this is a good idea. Let's join together, and then when we go to the negotiations, we'll have more power and we'll be able to keep a little bit more of our independence. But they knew that Germany uniting was pretty much inevitable, so they didn't do a whole lot to stop that. And Ludwig, not liking politics and not liking to be around people, he didn't actually go to the negotiations. He sent his political advisors, who were thinking along the same lines as the other southern states. Everything got negotiated without Ludwig. The final documents were brought for him to sign. His advisors basically just told him, this is the best thing for Bavaria. He signed the documents, and once he realized what he'd signed, and that he now was this puppet king of Bavaria with no power, he gave up on all the politics, retreated into the countryside, and just focused on building his castles. And it's that point in time that people start to think that he's crazy, because he's a king who's not running the country, and he's spending all this money on these castles, which at this point seem so frivolous and over the top. And so throughout the day, Jeff's going to give you a lot more information about that point in his life. And like I said earlier, you can decide for yourself whether or not you think he's crazy. Everybody has a different opinion. Some people come out of the castle and, yeah, no doubt he's totally crazy. And other people, no.